Welcome to Thoroughbred Action at Gulfstream Park. Brian Nato with you. It's Breeders' Cup Friday here. Of course, we have a big card as well. Double stakes action, and it's carryover central here. Super high five in race 1. The Rainbow, $75,000 in the gross jackpot guarantee in race 4. And the big news is $48,000 in the late pick 5 carryover. We'll send it upstairs to track announcer Darren Gagne, subbing for our buddy Pete Aiello, and he's got the course and weather conditions.
Temperatures right around 80 degrees, and the track condition, the main track is fast and partly cloudy, but a very pleasant day for today's racing action. Let's take a look at the changes and corrections on this afternoon's racing program. We'll start in race number 1. Number 1, Galopan. Jockey change to Jesus Rios. And scratch number 11, Anadolu. And they're off and running in the Friday opener. The favorite, Galopan, got away quickly from the inside. Galopan has plenty of early speed from that inside post. Winwood is right there. And up on the outside, here comes Mauricio to make it a line of 3 across the track here, battling for the top spots as El de Josu is up on the outside from the 4th position early. Severance got away toward the inside in 5th. Then between horses, we have First Coast Storm. Outside of that is Jiggery Pokery, and toward the inside saving ground is Sir Banana Brian. As I'm a fan of Jab, is out the back door. Opening quarter, 22 seconds flat. They bend around the far turn. Galopan going to try and take them all the way here. Up on the outside, Mauricio continues to challenge from second. Saving ground on the inside is Severance, turning up on the outside, wide for the home stretch drive. Here comes El de Josu. It's still Galopan with the lead. Severance trying to make a race of it in the final 16th, and here comes Severance up on the outside for Jose Lopez. Severance goes on by now. Severance will draw clear to the finish. Severance to win it over Galopan second, El de Josu third, then Jiggery Pokery and Pirate Radio. Time 58 seconds flat. And they're off and running, and it was not a very good start for another Duke. From the center, there was speed from Sir Khan, but now from the inside, quickly charging through. Here comes Super Curioso. As they race through the opening furlong, get set to join up with the main track as they make their way out of the chute here. And Super Curioso and Marcos Meneses establishing command. Rhymes Like Dimes up on the outside is racing from second. Saving ground is Cool Star toward the inside. Outside of them is War Cross, a close-up 4th, as the top 4 pretty well bunched up, about 2 lengths covering the top 4. And we come back to Royal Kitten after that, followed by, as they make their way toward the far turn here, Sir Khan. And after that, Poor Start, another Duke, is the trailer. They race on to the far turn, and it's still Super Curioso and Marcos Meneses with command here. The opening quarter was in 23-4, and the half was in 46-4, so a fairly solid tempo out there. As they bend around the far turn, Super Curioso still has command and shows the way by a length and a quarter. Rhymes Like Dimes on the outside has been stalking the leader throughout, is there in the second position. Cool Star toward the inside is third. Now tacking on from the inside, Sir Khan off of a ground-saving trip comes on from 4th. And getting into the race on the outside, another Duke is coming on from 5th. They turn for home. Super Curioso has the lead toward the inside. Cool Star on the outside. Rhymes Like Dimes as they went the 3 quarters in 1:11-4 and the 7/8 in 1:24-3. And it's Super Curioso going to take them all the way here. Super Curioso wins it by more than 2 lengths over Rhymes Like Dimes. Then Cool Star, another Duke, was able to get home in 4th over Sir Khan, who completes the Super High 5. The time 1:37-2.
3 by 4 and moving away.
And they're off in the Our Dear Peggy Stakes. A pretty good line out of the gate, and it's Bubbly Champagne who has the most speed early into the first turn, with Kiss now driving up on the outside of the early leader. So Bubbly Champagne has company on the outside. Kiss is coming on to challenge. Right there toward the inside, in tight was Singing Sandra. Singing Sandra now showing in third. Up on the outside, coming on from fourth is Dancin' Dixie. They're well bunched here as they race around the turn and down the back stretch. In between horses, Alcohol is next, and the trailer is D Regresso, but he's only about 3.5, 4 lengths off the lead. 3 wide on the outside, Dancin' and Dixie up on the outside to take a short lead from Bubbly Champagne. An eventful opening quarter with a lot of action. 24-4 for the opening quarter. They race down the back stretch. Battle up top here with Dancing and Dixie on the outside of Bubbly Champagne. And in between horses is Kiss. And then toward the inside, still saving ground, is Singing Sandra. Between horses next, Alcohol. And now moving wide from the back of the pack and coming on is De Regresso. They continue to be well bunched as they race out of the far turn after a half a mile in 49 seconds flat. Now it's Bubbly Champagne who has taken over from Dancin' and Dixie. Bubbly Champagne with the lead by about a half a length. Dancin' and Dixie continuing to fight on. On the outside, De Regresso is now in third. Toward the inside is Kiss. And in between horses, Alcohol looking to tack on next as they arrive at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Bubbly Champagne is the one to catch. Dancin' and Dixie still coming on between horses with De Regresso on the outside. 3 across the track into the final 16th of a mile. Dancin' and Dixie resilient here, coming after Bubbly Champagne again right down to the wire. Dancin' and Dixie very game today to win the Our Dear Peggy Stakes over Bubbly Champagne second, De Regresso third. Well back to Alcohol in fourth, time 1:42 and 2. And they are off and running. Away quickly is Ninja Star from between horses, but now King Skull punches through toward the inside along the fence, and King Skull is up to challenge for the lead. Also between horses, Shady World with early speed as they race through the opening furlong here, as they race their way down the backstretch headed for the far turn. King Skull has command by a long neck. On the outside, Shady World is challenging second. Raging Fury toward the inside is now showing in third. Up on the wide side, Hall is currently in fourth position and 2.5 lengths off the lead. Then we come back between horses to Akiro. Toward the inside, saving ground is Ninja Star, while just about 3.5 lengths off the lead is Ninja Star. And the trailer in the field is Full Nelson. The quarter was up in 22-4. Around the grounds at the quarter pole. They arrive at the top of the stretch next here. The battle continues up front with King Skull and Shady World. And on the outside, Hall. And from between horses, Raging Fury. Into the final furlong here. And Hall begins to do good work down the center. And front and center is Hall to take the lead with Edgard Zayas. Hall goes on to victory. Going to be very tight for second between King Skull and Akiro. Further back to Shady World and further back to Raging Fury. 103-4. And they're off and running to a fairly decent Dispatch. And from the inside, one of the fastest away is One Sharp Cookie. One Sharp Cookie is up there to contest the early lead with For Some Reason in between horses. And on the outside, Louis the Sun King. Those three line up across the track and battle for the top positions. In between horses, Smoke and Jack Flash is also away with speed. And we have Holiday Pay into the top 5 as they race down the backside and bend onto the far turn. After completing the opening quarter, they're in 22 and 4. The battle continues up front here. On the inside, One Sharp Cookie. In between horses, Louis the Sun King on the outside. For Some Reason. For Some Reason continues to fight on for that lead with Louis the Sun King, and toward the inside, One Sharp Cookie as they make their way toward the top of the stretch. Now Louis the Sun King takes the lead from For Some Reason, and tacking onto the outside, Holiday Pay is closing in from that third position between horses Smoke and Jack Flash. Also looking for a seam, and Pure Class on the far outside. They're 5-6 across the track as they come through the lane. The half was in 46 and 1. A short lead now for Holiday Pay on the outside. Pure Class is coming fast to the wire, and Smoke and Jack Flash toward the inside. 3 across the track in a driving finish, head-bobbing finish. Maybe Holiday Pay right there with Smoke and Jack Flash and Pure Class. Photo finish, a 3-way photo to decide it here in 1:12 and 1. And they're off and running to a very good line. And punching through from the middle is the gray Gervin Girl. Gervin Girl to get the first call. The outside, Olga. Shows Speed is up into the second position. Divine Connection toward the inside shows in third. Between horses, Awesome Anne Marie from fourth. And out wide, Keiko in that fifth position. Followed 2 lengths to Zosterop, and the early trailer is Great Analogy. As they complete the opening quarter with a half a mile left to go here, they bend onto the far turn. That opening quarter was in 23 seconds flat. The battle's up front with Gervin Girl on the inside, and Olga right alongside challenging. Divine Connection toward the inside is third. Awesome Anne Marie running in fourth position, and a gap of 3 lengths back to Keiko and Zosterop, and the trailer remains Great Analogy as they arrive at the quarter pole and make their way toward the top of the stretch here. Still battling for the lead, Olga and Gervin Girl. Olga toward the outside with a nose on top, but Gervin Girl still has more to give, and she fights on from the inside. Divine Connection tries to pick up the top 2, but into the final 16th, Olga has a short lead over Gervin Girl, and they continue to go at it here into the final 16th. Olga and Gervin Girl. Olga with the advantage. Olga will win it. Gervin Girl a very game second. A few lengths back to Divine Connection third, followed in by Awesome Anne Marie and Great Analogy. Time 1:10 and 2. And they're off and running for their mile and 3/16 journey from the center of the pack. Big Commerce fast away for a part of the early lead. Up on the far outside, Tis the Coast. The long shot is up there to challenge for that early command as Just for Luck crosses over to the inside third. Then it's about a length back toward the inside to Be Well. Up on the outside of Be Well. Out in the center of the track is Cacciatore. In between horses, Mr. Brazil. And we come back on the outside to For the Chief, and the early trailer, who was just a bit slow away from the gate. Mawari is the early trailer as they make their way around the first turn. No particular hurry out there right now. 24-3 for the opening quarter. They bend around the turn and head for the backstretch, and 'Tis the Coast at a big price here. 30-1 on the board, showing the way by 2 lengths. Big Commerce on the outside is in second position. Then toward the inside, Just for Luck, saving ground third. And on the outside of that one is For the Chief, now in the 4th spot. In between horses from 5th is Cacciatore. Then about a length to the outside to Mr. Brazil, and toward the inside, Be Well, saving ground along the fence as they start to bunch up here past the half mile in a very leisurely 51 seconds. Make the way further down the backstretch and head for the far turn, still in no particular hurry, and 'Tis the Coast has the lead. Up on the outside, challenging is Big Commerce, still in second, with Just for Luck right there in third. Then up on the outside from that 4th position, as they make their way around the turn, is For the Chief, and tacking on between horses, Cacciatore, starting to pick up the pace. Cacciatore is coming on. And we have Be Well and a gap of a few lengths back to Mawari, who starts to come into the race as they make their way to the top of the stretch. And the trailer in the field is now Mr. Brazil. 3/4 in 1:17, and they turn for home. And still with the lead, the big long shot, 'Tis the Coast. On the outside, Cacciatore. In between horses is Big Commerce. Coming down to the wire, 'Tis the Coast still has the lead. Surging is Cacciatore, and Big Commerce to the line, and 'Tis the Coast does it at 30-1. 'Tis the Coast. Then we had Big Commerce, and then Be Well was right there with Cacciatore in a blanket finish, 1:59-1.
They're off.
And they're off in the Sellar Sheraz, and they got away in a perfect line. From the outside, Time Passage, of course, has early speed as expected, and Flakes from the center of the pack comes away and gets away a clear second as they race into that first turn with Batacuda toward the inside, getting away in third. Up on the outside of Batacuda is Coco, who now comes on and takes the 3rd spot, so Batacuda is back to 4th. Up on the outside, Do Thyself Be True, running from 5th position and about 4.5 lengths off the lead. The early trailer is Written in the Stars. The opening quarter was 24-3, and no surprise here, it's Time Passage with the lead as they straighten up down the backstretch. Time Passage by about 2.5 lengths. Up on the outside with a nose into second, now a half a length into second is Coco. Flakes is back to 3rd on the inside. Between horses from 4th is Batacuda. Out wide from 5th position is To Thyself Be True, and the trailer remains Written in the Stars, but only about 5 lengths off the lead as they make their way down the backstretch and start to bend onto the far turn after half a mile in 48-4. Time Passage is still the one to catch. Coco is in second. In hot pursuit right now is Coco from second. Then Batacuda toward the inside third. To Thyself Be True running in 4th, and it's a few lengths back to Flakes in 5th and Written in the Stars. They arrive at the 3/4 in 1:12-3, and past the quarter pole, get set to turn for home, and Time Passage still has the lead, but Company's coming on the outside. Coco is taking a shot on the outside. Here comes Coco coming after Time Passage. Batacuda toward the inside from 3rd, then To Thyself Be True. Time Passage is digging in gamely, and Time Passage trying to make it 4 in a row. On the outside, Coco taking one more shot, but Time Passage holds on to win it. Time Passage wins the Sellar Sheraz today. Coco was home second, then To Thyself Be True, and Batacuda in 1:43-4. And they're off and running, and a fairly decent start. Out the back door, both D-City Girl and Corazona. Those are the last away. One of the fastest away is the favorite, Megan, Making Money. Megan Making Money is out quickly here as they dash down the backstretch and look to head onto the far turn. Megan Making Money has the lead by 3/4 of a length. Alyssa Joe on the outside is second. Then it's 2 lengths to the outside, Always Connected. Then we have Kindness is Free, a length in front of Mystical Lady toward the inside. Also in the mix there, Ramashka, and then it's about a length back to the outside to Breaking Bullet, followed by Calming Sea. Again, the last 2 away from the gate were D-City Girl. And then further back, we have Mia's Cat as well as they completed the opening quarter in a quick 21-4. They're in the stretch now, and Megan Making Money trying to take them all the way, and she's looking good right now. Megan Making Money getting every call here. Alyssa Joe is second, and running on for third, Ramashka, and a battle with Breaking Bullet, but it was all Megan Making Money over Alyssa Joe second, and we had Ramashka and Breaking Bullet and Calming Sea. 57 1/5.
And that's a wrap on the 9-race Friday card here. 11 of them for you on Breeders' Cup Saturday right here at Gulfstream Park. 2 stakes. It's going to be a big afternoon. We hope to see you out here. Get here early. We'll take you all the way up to the Breeders' Cup Classic at Santa Anita.